Both of these movies get a 10 out of 10. Batman with Michael Keaton, the first Batman movie with Michael Keaton, and Pamela Anderson's Bob Wire, short for Barbara Wire, her name of her character. Now I'm going to explain why both of these films are excellent level of high quality class taste. I'm just trying to find out. I'll just talk about the plot of the Bob Wire. No, I'll talk about the plot of Batman because that's more simple, less convoluted plot. It's more stupid and more easy to digest, Batman, with Michael Keaton. And let's not forget the real star of the show, the main character, the main protagonist, the Joker, played by none other than Jack Nicholson. Both of these movies have comic book adaptations, and both of these are just as faithful to the comic book adaptations. The same way Seth Rogen's Green Hornet is as faithful to the source material. The same way as, well, M. Night Shyamalan's brilliant masterpiece, The Last Airbender, is as faithful to the show. As in, both of these movies are not faithful to the source material. But they're watchable pieces of garbage movies that are meant for dumbed-down retards. Like you, audience. That grew up loving Michael Keaton's Batman, so fuck you. You want to be treated like dum-dums? Well, fine. Dum-dums, I'm going to call you what you are, dum-dums. You know better than the Bob Wire fans that are fans of... some people that say that Pamela Anderson's Bob Wire is better, one of the best movies ever, or, better than Michael Keaton's Batman being one of the best movies ever, versus George Clooney's Batman being one of the best Batmans ever. You know better than any of those morons. Because you're all wrong. None of these movies are one of the best comic book movies of all time, or one of the best movies of all time. Oh, you probably didn't know that The Last Airbender counts, right? Well, it does. They're comic book titans to that show. So, fuck you. So, anyway. The Batman, no, not the Batman, that's the new one. That's probably going to tell a very well deconstruction version of the Batman's one and the character, and people are going to hate it because it's too complex and deep. And Batman probably is not going to kill, and that's why people are going to hate, because it's just probably going to get the first one that gets the character right since the Adam West era. Yes, I'm saying Adam West is the best on-screen Batman. Fuck you, too. And Michael Keaton is the worst on-screen Batman, and I think he shouldn't be called Batman. He should be called the Punisher. Or R. Kelly. Or Bill Cosby. Those are my heroes. And both of them fucking do weird things with girls. One drugs girls and puts them to sleep and have sex with them while they're sleeping after slipping roofie in the drink. And R. Kelly, he pees on girls. That's the kind of hero our Batman is, played by Michael Keaton in both of his movies. He's my hero. Michael Keaton's Batman is. If you can't tell, I'm being fucking sarcastic. So it sounds like I'm hating on Michael Keaton's Batman movie. I am. Hating on his performance and his portrayal of Bruce Wayne and his portrayal of Batman. In the writing of Batman. In the writing of Bruce Wayne. I already have him miscasted as Batman. Well, that's not fair. He could have played a good Batman if the bother writing him into the script like he mattered. His character, which he doesn't even. And honestly, I think this title Batman, that's a fucking lie, because it should be called, the real title should be called Joker the Movie. And that's as much as Batman. It's a serial killer hunting serial killers and robbers and hobos and killing away. And that's as much as he gets for the and has to do with the plot. And one of the serials is Jack Napier, who's a Joker. See, he wants to become he wants to run the Gotham underworld and take control of Gotham from in the shadows. And wants to take out his boss, but he's also, but the downside is he lets his guy down, and he's sleeping with his boss girlfriend, Chihuahua, and she's really hot and younger than him, a lot more better looking than him, and yeah, so he lets his guy down, and his boss rats him out and frames him. And his crew too, that goes with him to this factory. And cops ambush him and his crew. And Batman goes to commit genocide. That means murder by letting him drop in the pit of acid. But his murder attempt was not a success. That courageous hero. So Jack Napier's come back is the acid didn't kill him, but nearly disfigured him, bleached his skin, and also dyed his hair green. And now he has a lipstick and a perfect smile. His plastic children tied to the bed, but basically, the prosecutor tried to explain to Napier that, try to understand, your nerve was completely numb. Went completely nim. No, not nim, separated, as in, guess they got fucked up, the nerves in his face. So, yeah. He now takes on the name, the Joker, that he made up on the top of his head as he guns down his backstabbing of a boss. And say, Jack is dead, I'm Joker now. And I'm a lot more happier. He laughs. And, he's trying to take control of the underworld, and, takes control of the underworld, and while eliminating, his targets that stand over his way. That are not on board with him fully. And don't want to work with him because he seems kind of off in the head, as in cuckoo. So he kills he roasts them. Signed with the boss of this other gang. And he stabs him right in the neck with a pen. Just walks up to him in front of this crowd and stabs him right in the neck that's with a pen that's probably poison, and he just drops dead like a boss. And Joker reveals himself to the audience, says the pen is truly mightier than sword. Oh, and Batman and his Bruce Wayne persona is just watching and observing. Looked like he just shat himself. That fucking pussy did nothing. Real hero. Oh. You gotta admire the man for being completely baffled and not doing anything except standing in the distance and not stopping crime because he doesn't have his suit on. Or does he? Yes, he gets shot in the shoulder, but he has a bulletproof shoulder and doesn't face him all, so he probably wears the suit underneath his clothes, his regular clothes, civilian clothes, as Bruce Wayne persona. Oh, and Vicky Vale is jealous because she can tell she's not getting the full truth from him. Why? Because he says he's going to be out for a few days from errands. away for a while. So she stalks him. His girlfriend stalks him, trying to uncover the truth instead of uncovering the Batman story. But by uncovering the truth, what's going on with his boyfriend, she uncovers the Batman story. By finding out that they're the same person. That's a mindfuck. One hell of a one. So, blah, blah, blah. No, you don't care about that. I know that. But don't worry. I know you don't care about this, but don't worry. That's as much detail as you get. So he gets confronted by Vicky Vale. And this after chemical and mixed products mixed together can poison people. But one product won't do it alone, but mixing these products, certain products, will poison people because science is all part of the Joker's master plan, but what he didn't count is Batman's science. Figuring out his science. And gives the answer to Vicky Vale to give it to Commissioner Gordon. And then Joker in the third act crashes the TV, saying he's going for a parade and with money in the air. And easily turns everyone against Batman, which little to no effort. Just when the crowd was just, news was cast was just in the world was just probably starting to warm up to him, but because they were unclear if he was a good guy or hero. I mean, hero or foe. As a villain. So, but Joker uses crazy charm and money offer, parade, and throwing money there to convince the world that Batman's a menace and needs to be put down, and he's probably right. But so does the Joker needs to be put down, too. Along with Batman. One's a crime lord, one's a non-stop, unpredictable serial killer. That second one's Batman. The other one is Joker. Which one's more dangerous and scary if they were to exist in real life? I vote Batman. Just saying. Or maybe they're just as scary if they would exist in real life. Batman. I say this both are just as probably both as much as shitty people. And thank God they don't exist in real life because we would be fucked. More than Donald Trump becoming president. Or more than having R. Kelly or more than having R. Kelly in the world or Bill Cosby in the world, you know? But that's the price you have to pay for being a real hero like Batman. Be a shithead. Do what you want. Do or do. There is no try. That is the wisdom that Batman taught me. That it's okay to commit genocide. And it feels good doing it. Speaking of which, Hail Satan. I'm sure Batman would say. Wait, that should be his catchphrase. Hail Satan, I am Batman. Wait, that's just stupid. Okay, I'm trying too hard to come up with a joke on... I'm running out of jokes. Okay, so Batman, stops the parade, steals the balloons. Stops the parade, steals the balloons. Takes balloons up in the air. And tells Vicky he's got to go to work to commit Joker's murder against the Joker Man and the Joker 2 by blowing up his factory. Now, turns out he already left the factory, so he's going to Times Square to save Gotham by destroying the balloons and staff to stand them and flying them up in the air with the Batwing. then tries to kill the Joker, but the Joker has a better gun, has better aim practice. Because Batman, I shit you not, aims at everything except the body. You know, even his targeting system sucks, or is him. Because he shoots a bunch of machine guns around the Joker, and the Joker just takes his Batwing out with one handgun, long handgun, and shoots in the air and knocks it down. Oh, the Joker's clearly the hero of the film and the main character. See, I told you he was the main character of the film. Because he's competent, and Batman's the opposite of competent. Especially in the third act. So he steals Vicky, which is Batman's girlfriend, and takes her up to the bell tower in 10 minutes. That's where the helicopter will come. To bring Joker away from Gotham City, away from Batman. His escape route. But Batman beats him up, follows him upstairs in 10 minutes. Then Joker's headmen fail to kill Batman because he is a better serial killer, more skilled serial killer, more sneaky serial killer. Because he doesn't face them head on, but he also faces them in the shower and kills them, falling several feet to the ground after hitting a black guy on the head with a bell. A giant bell in the bell tower, and lets him drop several feet to the ground. That is the mark of a true hero's courage. Remember, kids, if you want to be a hero, you gotta murder people. No matter what way you do it. You just gotta murder whoever is an asshole or who's doing wrong. Or both. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter if it's your parents. Just murder people. Right, Batman? Right? Right. Batman, your wisdom has taught me wonders. It has opened my eyes to a world of possibility. One day I can be that man that slits people's wrists and the neck. And pop the neck. One day, I hope I can be a real hero like you, Batman. Michael Keaton's Batman. I hope I can commit as much genocide as you have. I hope I can be a better hero by committing more brutal acts of murder. That would make you proud. I learned the true meaning of a hero is not through trial and error, not through discipline and restraint, but for doing whatever the fuck you want. Batman in the comics is full of shit, while Batman in this movie is wise like Yoda. Or like Gandhi. Or Martin Luther King. True heroes. As Gandhi said, you are a faggot if you let your enemy live. But if you let your enemy die, by your own hands, with your own free will, you are now that what you want inside. You are your hero. As Yoda says, do or do not, there is no try. Kill or kill not, there is no try. In other words, if you want to live it, you can live your life as a pussy, or you can live long enough to become a hero. Just like Harvey Dent said in The Dark Knight. And that's how you do it. You take and steal and murder. However you please. To the assholes that deserve it. Right, Batman? Oh, yes. So Batman kills the Joker, lets him drop several feet, attach him to the gargoyle, and the triumphant Orc Day Element score is playing while they shine the light of the bat signal in the sky. And he has to ditch his date because he's going to be running late. So he has to tell his date he's going to be running late and that won't be early on for his date. Vicky Real. And she is absolutely pissed. That was the story of the Batman. The best version of our heroes is not through kindness and decency and hard work and restraints, but through the exact opposite of all that bullshit. Don't let anyone tell you different, because Batman told me what was real from the heart. Thank you, Michael Keaton. Thank you, Tim Burton. Thank you. This movie gets a 10 out of 10. I love this movie. This is beautiful. One of the best serial killer movies of all time. About this Batman. I'm going to tell you this little story. I was misguided before I saw this movie. I thought, Batman, wants to, has his tempt always, was someone that was tempted to kill, and it was shown with all the inner demons. And you dress up as a bat to scare people. I thought I was always because I read the comics and cartoons, and I always thought there was so many deep layers. I guess I was reading too much into it, is what I'm trying to say. I was wrong. Very wrong. Because I realized Batman is not who you will be from the source. It's not any of that decency. Just like Superman. Because Superman is the real best version of Superman, is the one that hasn't been made yet. Because they make him too decent and nice and goody two-shoes. That's not Superman. Just like they should make every Batman a serial killer, they should do the same thing, making Superman a serial killer and I always wanted them to do that. I used to hate that Superman comic when he dresses up, when he's has a beard like Santa Claus. He's an old man, and he rips. He listens this line, "I am a man," and tears open, punches through the cyborg in a gut. That's part man and part machine, and he realized that the way to win war is by teaching kids not to kill or use guns, but while using guns and killing, and that's what makes a hero, people. That's what counts. Because that's what Michael Keaton and Tim Burton taught me when I first saw this film. Now, we are going to talk about the beloved classic Barbed Wire, stand for Barbed Wire. That gets a 10 out of 10. So it's about this bounty hunter. But she's undercover as, someone that works as a club. She's a part-time bounty hunter, part-time hooker. And she does a lot of killing herself, and a bit of a selfish prick. Doesn't want to help any of her ex-friends, of her ex-boyfriend, and but her brother, that's a blind guy, I think, helps out the boyfriend and ends up getting dead. So Barbara decides to become selfless hero act stuff and helps the boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, and his new girlfriend get across the border. and out of the territory where people was trying to kill them. And it works. And they leave them at the airport, and also give them the high-tech contacts that lets them make fake IDs, made up ones. So that was the story of Barbed Wire, and that gets a 10 out of 10. It is great as Michael Keaton's Batman. 10 out of 10 these films get, for being just the right kind of fun and stupid and goofiness and campiness. Batman and Barbed Wire, from Michael Keaton's Batman to Pamela Anderson's Barbed Wire. Huzzah! These get a 10 out of 10. Okay, bye. I gave both films a 10 out of 10. Barbed Wire's 10 out of 10, with starring Pamela Anderson. Michael Keaton's Batman, 10 out of 10, starring Michael Keaton as Batman. Bye.